Whoa, they got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like lots of matzo pizza, buy one, get one free. Ben & Jerry's 2 for $12. Celsius, buy 2, get 1 free. Any size fountain pop, just 79 cents. Jack's Link Jerky, 2 for $10. And Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, ready to eat, 2 for $4. Open 24/7, 365. They got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Interested in raising funds for your school or organization? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is now participating in cheese fundraisers. Raise funds by selling cheese to your friends and family and supporting our local farmers. Please call us at 715-689-2053 to find out more.
Does radio advertising work? It just did. Make it work for you. Contact us at wcmpradio.com.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Brendan Field in beautiful Hinckley, Minnesota for tonight's town ball matchup here in the Eastern Mini League between the Hinckley Knights and the St. Francis Silverbacks. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's game here at Brennan Field in Hinckley, Minnesota. Should be a good one here tonight as the Hinckley Knights look to get off a little bit of a losing skid that they have been on. And since the last time we have been here, it is turned into a new month for all these teams, really. I was going to say just Hinckley, but no, for all these teams it has turned to a new month. And this will be the second game of this month for the Hinckley Knights. Excuse me, back to our last game that we called for this team. Well, one of the last games was a win over the Elk River Lumberjacks 12-2, but then a loss to the Princeton Panthers 4-1, which was a battle for the first place here in the Eastern Mini North, and Princeton was able to get the victory 4-1. And then that Saturday, the Knights took on Twin Ports up at Wade's Stadium in Duluth, and they fell by 2 in that game, 9-7, and then on that Sunday, which was June 30th, the final game of June, they fell to Bram 12-11. And then they got last week completely off, no games, and they started off this Monday, just a couple days ago, losing to the Ramsey Renegades 7-6. So looking to get off a little bit of a skid here of 5 games, and 3 of them coming in the Eastern Mini North Division. So looking to get off a little bit of a losing skid here are the Knights, but what a better way to do it than in an Eastern Mini League matchup against St. Francis, who has won 2 Eastern Mini League games in a row. The Silverbacks sit at 4-4 on the season. And their last game, they did beat the Ogilvie Orioles 6-1. They're right in the middle of the pack of the Eastern Mini South at, again, 4-3 in the Eastern Mini League and 4-4 overall, behind the Ramsey Renegades, Elk River Lumberjacks, Chisago Lakes Bulldogs, and the Isani Redbirds. Of course, the Redbirds on top of that division, the Eastern Mini South. Taking a look at the entire Eastern Mini League, the number 1 team is no doubt the Princeton Panthers as of this moment, 14-6 on the season, 10-1 in the Eastern Mini League. So a fine season there for the Princeton Panthers, leading the Eastern Mini League in runs for and runs against per game average. Second in that is the Hinckley Knights in the runs for, but the runs against is Princeton in first, and then it would be Chisago Lakes in second with only 25, then the Isani Redbirds, then the St. Francis Silverbacks. So the St. Francis Silverbacks only have allowed 30 runs in their 8 games. So Knights have struggled this year with that, so it'll be interesting to see if the St. Francis Silverbacks can't get something going early, but the Knights, they'll be looking to shut that down. And again, hope to get off this losing skid of 5 games that they have been on since the end of June. Since their last win against Elk River, they have lost 5 straight and 3 to Eastern Mini League opponents. So we are just about to get started here in Brennan Field in Hinckley, Minnesota. The Silverbacks here visiting your Hinckley Knights. We are just about underway here in this one. The guys have gotten warmed up, and we are just about set to get our starting lineups for both of these teams, and then we'll have our national anthem and then our starting lineup. So we shall... Looks like we're going to get our lineups right now, and then the Hinckley Knights will be next, and then we'll get our national anthem. So with that, we will take a commercial break. Then when we return after said commercial break, we will be back for the start of this one here at beautiful Brennan Field. 7:30 start time, may be close to right on time. So should be a fun one here in this one between the St. Francis Silverbacks and your Hinckley Knights. The Knights looking to get off a 5-game losing skid. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and WCMPradio.com.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Hi, this is Sarah from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Do you know about our propane customer referral program? It's simple and rewarding. Refer a qualified new Burnett Dairy propane customer and you'll receive a $100 credit to your account. Terms and conditions apply. Call 715-689-1032 for details and follow our Burnett Dairy General Store Facebook page. Share the warmth with Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
There's just nothing like being on the water, especially on a pontoon. Pine Toon Rental in Pine City has your next outing. Spend the day on the water, whether you want to fish or just float in style. With this 20-footer that holds up to 9 passengers, half-day rentals start as low as $200. Better yet, rent for a full 8 hours, starting at $300. But you've got to reserve your pontoon first. Visit pinetoonrental.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. Getting set for first pitch here in Hinckley at Brennan Field, and taking a look at the lineup tonight for your Hinckley Knights. Starting on the mound for them will be number 28, Ben Sickler. Then behind the plate will be number 3, Trevor Johnson. Over at first will be the vet, number 16, Sean Osmus. At second, it will be 29, Corey Schmidt. And then at third, it will be number 21, Isaiah Haas. And at short, it will be number 20, Cale Haugen. Then your outfielders will be number 18, Max Sickler in left. In center, it will be number 30, TJ Johnson. And over in right, it will be number 15, Isaiah Brennan. So a little bit of a switch up in the lineup here tonight. Schmidt back at second after playing a few weeks over there at short. But this time, it'll be Schmidt at second and Cale Haugen at short. Beautiful night here for baseball. It's a warm night. Maybe the warmest game I've been a part of. Still a nice night. Breeze now starting to pick up a little bit. That feels good. There was no breeze whatsoever when we all got here, but we're here now, and man, breeze starting to pick up a little bit, which is pretty nice. As I mentioned before, the St. Francis Silverbacks are one of the top teams in runs allowed per game, so it'll be interesting to see if the Knights can kind of get going early with their runs. Because, again, St. Francis, one of the top 5 teams in runs against average per game. So, and again, the Knights on a 5-game losing streak as of this moment. So, trying to get off that skid here this evening. Getting ready and leading off for the St. Francis Silverbacks will be number 1, Owen Fiskwald. He on the year is, well, their best batter so far. .450 on the year with 8 RBIs to lead the team. And he also has 3 stolen bases, which, again, leads the team. Sickler with the first pitch. That is in there for strike 1, and Ben Sickler starts it off with 1 strike. First pitch comes out at 7:32. This one is swung on and out towards right into foul territory and out of play from Fiskwald, and that will make it an 0-2 count for the leadoff man. Again, .450 batting average on the season. Only 8 games played by the Silverbacks to this point. 22 played on the other side by the Hinckley Knights, and that one outside swung on and missed by Fiskwald for out number 1. As take a look at the strikeout replay there by .450 batting average on the season. Only 8 games played by the Silverbacks to this point. You can see he steps into the box and then 22. Sickler with the quick pitch on the other side by the outside, and he swings that one outside, swung on and missed by the plate is Jake Scardili, and he grounds out. And that'll be out number 2. So quick 2 outs here for the Knights on the season. Only 8 games played by the Silverbacks to this point. You can see he steps into the box and then 22. Sickler with the quick pitch on the other side by the outside, and that swung on and misses, you've seen. And here's the first pitch to the number 3 batter, Cam Husby, number 8, as he looks at that one outside for ball 1. That one's going to be low for ball 2, so a quick 2-0 count from Ben Sickler to Cam Husby. And here's the 2-0. That one's big swing and a miss by Husby for strike 1. And we're trying something new these last few games, ladies and gentlemen. We've got replay, part of our system. We're going to try it out. We're going to see if we can't get it going as this next pitch here from Sickler is outside for ball 3. 3-1 count for Husby. That one swung on and missed, and that will run the count full. So 2 down, nobody on, and a full count for Husby. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed for out number 3. Quick 1-2-3 inning by the Knights. And that'll turn us down to the bottom of the first inning. 3-3-1 count for strikeout there. Swing and a miss by the batter, and that will run the count full. We can turn it back. 3-1 count for Husby. That swing and a miss just on the outside part of the plate, and that will for that third strike, swinging and missing. So yeah, we're going to try something new, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of replay. It'll take some getting used to for me, but we're going to try it. It's something that we want to bring to you. Something just that little something extra that we want to bring to the broadcast for y'all, because you deserve it. You put up with me for so many years and for so long calling these games. If you listen to them, or if you've listened to me before on any other broadcast, you've had to deal with me. So we want to give you something a little extra just because you've been so great. Taking a look at the Silverbacks and their lineup here this evening. On the mound for them is going to be number 29, Ross Peterson. And behind the plate catching for him will be number 1, Owen Fiskwald. Then on first, it will be number 33, Max Spitzer. On second, it will be number 11, Avery Scardili. Then over at third, it will be number 13, Zach Van Tomey. And then at short, it will be number 22, Joe Navratil. Then the outfielders will be number 15, Jake Scardili in left. In center will be number 12, Reed Benson. And in right, it will be number 36, Drew Peterson. Silverbacks getting out there, and the leadoff man will be number 20, Cale Haugen. For the Silverbacks, they're got to wear their light blue jerseys with the red letters and numbers outlined in the white. The 3 stripes on the cuff of the sleeve, 2 red, and then the white middle stripe. White pants, the bright red cap with the blue bill and the blue Silverback logo on it. As we get set for The first pitch here for Cale Haugen to lead us off. Again, Haugen, the shortstop tonight for the Hinckley Knights. And first pitch from Peterson is in there for strike one. So Ross Peterson, first pitch strike to Haugen. 0-1 is on the way. Haugen gets a piece of it, and that will be fouled back and out of play. So 0-2 now for Cale Haugen. And this one is swung on and out towards right field. That one's back a ways. Is it going to be gone? And it is. That one is out of here from Cale Haugen. So Cale Haugen with a leadoff home run. Can't start it any better. And that puts the Knights up 1-0. See if we can't get the replay on that one. Ways, is it going to be gone? And it is. That one is out of here from Cale Haugen. Replay button. Leadoff home run. You get to see his home run trot, though. So leadoff home run for Cale Haugen makes it a 1-0 lead for the Knights. And now to the plate is the catcher, number 3, Trevor Johnson. Next one is low for ball 2, so a 2-0 count for Johnson. That one is swung on. That's going to get through the infield, and that'll be a base hit for Trevor Johnson. A single after the leadoff home run. And they'll get a pinch runner there at first for Trevor Johnson, and that will be number 33. Corey Schmidt comes to the plate, been a fantastic batter all year long. And number 33 tonight for the Knights is Griffin Steele. He gets this one, and that's going to be a beautiful base hit. And that gets down past the left fielder. Schmidt's 380 on the season. And with that diving miss by the left fielder, it is going to score a run, and Schmidt is into third. RBI triple there for Corey Schmidt, and as I mentioned, he has been hot all year long, and it continues with that at-bat there, and it's a quick 2-0 lead for the Knights in the bottom of the first. And now up to the plate is Isaiah Haas, the cleanup batter. He has strike one. Haas on the year leads the team with a .406 batting average. That one right back at the pitcher, and he caught it for out number 1. Tried to throw it over to third to get Schmidt, but Schmidt is back in time for out number 2. Yeah, take a look Haas, at that cleanup batter. As you can see, the throw back, and then Peterson gets set. He has strike one. Haas on the year leads the team here, and it's right back at him. He makes a nice grab at the pitcher, third, but did not get the out there. This one is popped up by T.J. Johnson, right at the second baseman for out number 2. So after 3 straight hits to begin the game, it's a quick 2 outs here. As that one is popped up to the second baseman for out number 2. Now it's the DH Brady Johnson stepping into the left-handed batter's box, and he looks at that one in there for strike 1. That one swung on and right at the shortstop, bounced right into the glove, and the throw on to first is in time, and the first baseman, that one kind of popped up on the top of his glove like an ice cream cone, and he hung on for out number 3. So 3 hits, 2 runs for the Knights, and a home run to lead it off by Cale Haugen. No errors committed by either side in that first inning. And it is the Knights with the early 2-0 lead after the first here in Hinckley. And we will move on to the second inning of play, where the Knights again made quick work of that top of the first, and they'll look to do it here again in the top of inning number 2. Back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and health care. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit, your ride.
Back here on WCMP, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Of course, WCMPradio.com, live with video. Leading off the top of the second for the Silverbacks is going to be number 36, Drew Peterson. Sickler ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. For strike one. And again, Sickler wastes no time in between pitches, and he gets Peterson swinging outside on that one for strike 2. So Sickler trying to make it another quick top of an inning. That one swung on and missed. Well behind that one is Drew Peterson for out number 1. Already 3 strikeouts on the night for Ben Sickler. And now coming to the plate, Zach Van Tomey to the plate. Sickler ready. Here's the pitch. It's low for ball 1. Van Tomey is second on the Silverbacks in batting average with .391 batting average, and 7 RBIs also puts him in second in that position. This next pitch to him is strike 1, and Sickler delivers that one off the plate for ball 2, and it's a 2-1 count now for Zach Van Tomey. 2-1 pitch on the way from Sickler. That's going to be in there for strike 2 to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 with 1 down, and swing and a miss on that one for out number 2. So Sickler in a groove early here in this game. 4 strikeouts in 5 at-bats, and now Joe Navratil to the plate, the shortstop for the Silverbacks. Sickler with this one, swung on and right at the second baseman Schmidt. Schmidt in the glove, on to first, in time for out number 3. 3 up and quick 3 down. No hits, no runs for the Silverbacks, and the Knights look like a team that needs to get off that skid, and so far so good. They let it off with a home run in the top of the first. Don't know if we'll get that lucky here in the bottom of the second, but we'll wait and see, as leading off for them will be Sean Osmus here as we get to the bottom of inning number 2. Again, the Knights have lost 5 straight, 3 in the Eastern Mini League to the Panthers. The Bram Snappers, that was a tough one for them. Bram, had not won a game up to that point on the season. So a tough one, no doubt, for the Knights to lose in a high-scoring one at that. But again, it's hard to lose nonetheless. And that was their last game of the month of June, and then they lost here on Monday to the Ramsey Renegades on the road, I should mention. That's their 3rd loss in the Eastern Mini League. So we ready for inning number 2. And again, it's Sean Osmus to lead off for the Knights. Knights wearing their green jerseys, the 3 stripes on the sleeve, 2 white, the middle one yellow. White letters and numbers outlined in that yellow. White pants and the green caps with the yellow H logo on the cap as well, outlined in white. Osmus watches this one outside, thought about it, then holds off, and that's ball 1. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled down the third base line by Osmus. That one, late swing on that one. One count now. And here's the pitch from Peterson. That's outside, and that'll be ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike for Sean Osmus, who leads off the bottom of the second for Hinckley. Pitch on the way from Peterson. They're going to say he went for strike 2. Tried to hold off, but umpire says he went, and that'll even up the count 2-2. And here's the pitch. Osmus gets a piece of it, pops it up, and this is into foul territory. And it's going to go out of play. So, no chance for anyone to grab that one, and Osmus will have a chance at it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the catcher makes his way back behind the plate. Peterson readies. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Osmus gets a piece of it on the ground towards the shortstop. Backhanded grab. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. So ground out to the shortstop for the first out. And now to the plate, Isaiah Brennan, the right fielder this evening for the Knights. Wearing number 15, Patrick Mahomes' number. Yes, I will relate everything to football. Isaiah Brennan on the year. In 5 games, he's batted .286 with 4 hits, 4 runs, an RBI, and 4 walks as well. First pitch to him is strike 1, and here's the 0-1 from Peterson. That's outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-1 from Peterson. Brennan swings on it out towards center field. Center fielder after it, and he makes the nice grab on the run. He tracked that one, and it took a little bit of a turn on him, and it looked like it might be able to get past him, but he did a good job of keeping up with it and tracking it down into his glove for that second out. And out of the plate, Max Sickler. He had a pretty good month of June. Even got up to the leadoff spot and on the year for Sickler as he looks at that one for strike 1. He's batting .243 with 8 stolen bases and also 14 RBIs. He is currently 3rd on the team in RBIs, with Schmidt leading with 29. This one is swung on, and slow roller just past the pitcher's mound, and he picks it up and throws it on to first in time for out number 3. So not an ideal bottom of the second for the Knights. No errors by either side, no hits, and we move on to inning number 3. Quick first 2 innings here by both these squads, but more importantly, the Knights lead 2-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard over the St. Francis Silverbacks. We'll take a commercial break, and when we return, we'll be set for that 3rd inning of play here on WCMP.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative, Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Leading off the top of inning number 3 is going to be Max Spitzer, wearing number 33 for the Silverbacks. First pitch to him is ball 1 from Ben Sickler. Sickler, though, with the 1-0 on the way. That one's low for ball 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 seconds in between pitches. That one's going to be on the outside part of the plate for strike 1 to Spitzer. Here's the 2-1 delivery. That's in there for strike 2 to even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch on the way from Sickler. Try to get it on the outside part of the plate, but just off the plate for ball 3 to run the count full for the Silverbacks first baseman. Now Spitzer on the year for the Silverbacks has not registered a hit yet. And this one on to the second baseman, Schmidt, and it's in time. The first baseman for out number 1. So he will not get his first hit on the year yet. That'll be out number 1 for the Silverbacks. Now Avery Scardili to the plate. Scardili at the plate with a 1-0 count. That one's inside, ball 2. Pitch is swung on and fouled back into the netting for strike 1. Avery Scardili for AJ. It is .238 on the season with 2 RBIs. And here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Outside, and got him looking for strike 3. And out number 2. So 2 down, and now to the plate is number 12, Reed Benson, the center fielder for the Silverbacks. 2 down and nobody on. Sickler with the pitch. That's high, and that'll be ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Sickler. That's outside, and that'll be ball 2. 2-0 on the way. Inside, but on the plate for strike 1. Again, Sickler wastes no time in between pitches because here's the 2-1. Swinging and a miss for strike 2. And that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So, 2-2, nobody on. 2 down for the Silverbacks. Here's the 2-2. Fired in there, but that is low for ball 3 to run the count full. And the full count pitch on the way. It's a half check swing and fouled out of play. So he'll keep himself alive at the plate with a full count. As Ben Sickler tries to make it another quick top of an inning. Here's the pitch. And that's high, and that will be the first walk of the evening and the first base runner for the Silverbacks. So it'll be interesting to see now what they're able to do with a runner on. And we're back to the top of the order with Owen Fiskwold. Again, he's their batting average-wise best hitter. He leads them in RBIs as well. Now with a runner at first. 2 down, though. That one's in there for strike 1 at the letters. Sickler with the pitch. And that one's foul tipped right into the chest plate of Trevor Johnson. Appears to be okay. Looks to be okay. Sickler checks on him, and he's all good. So Ben Sickler back to the mound. 0-2 count for Fiskwold, and runner at first, 2 down. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, a slow roller to the shortstop, but the throw from Haugen is over there, and just in time to get him for out number 3. That was closer than close, but he did manage to get him for out number 3. No hits, no runs for the Silverbacks. They did get their first base runner on, but it did not become a threat as they will strand him. And no errors committed by the Knights there in the top of inning number 3. So it will be the bottom of the 3rd inning. Middle of the 3rd now, and be the bottom of the 3rd with the Knights coming to the plate next. And it'll be their top of the order once we begin the bottom of the 3rd. Cale Haugen will lead us off here in the bottom of inning number 3. Cale Haugen up to that point, don't think he had any at-bats, believe it or not. This might be his first game with the team. this year anyways. Yeah, I'm not seeing any stats on here for him. Oh, there he goes. Batting .357. I knew that. He's got 2 stolen bases and 4 RBIs, and add a home run to his total as well, as he just hit his first on the season there with that one in the bottom of inning number 1. Corey Schmidt leads the team with 3 home runs, 29 RBIs. He's an RBI machine. That was kind of the way it was for Isaiah Haas last year. He was just an RBI machine for the team last year, and I think the year before as well. And now this year it's Corey Schmidt's turn to be the RBI machine, although Isaiah Haas is still doing a pretty good job. He is, 5th on the team in RBIs with 11. First is Schmidt, as I mentioned, with 29. TJ Johnson with 15 is second. Max Sickler's third with 14. Fourth is Brady Johnson with 12. And then 5th is Isaiah Haas with 11. Although Haas has drawn most of the walks, 15 he's drawn. The next closest is Brady Johnson with 9. Just patient at the plate. So again, Cale Haugen walks his way to the plate. He led us off in the bottom of the first with a home run. Don't think we'll see a repeat here, but you never know. St. Francis gets into position in the field. And it was 3 straight hits for the Knights with Haugen leading off, and maybe we can see that here. This one is low for ball 1 to him. Here's the 1-0. That's outside, and that'll be ball 2. The sun beginning to set here in Hinckley. As the 2-0 pitch to Haugen on the way, and that one is swung on out towards right. It won't be gone, but it might get down. Oh, it is gone! Another home run for Cale Haugen. So Cale Haugen, he says, yeah, I'll do it again. And that'll be ball 2. Take a look at the instant replay on that one here in Hinckley. 2 at-bats, 2 home runs for him. As you can see, here's the pitch. Way, and that beautiful swing out towards right. It won't be gone, but it might get down. Oh, it is gone! Right center for the home run. Well, he let it off with the home run, hits another one there, and then it was 2 straight hits for the Knights, so maybe we can see something similar here in the bottom of the third. Cale Haugen has 2 of the 3 runs here tonight for the Knights. This one by Johnson swung on right at the shortstop. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Knights, and Schmidt will work his way to the plate. After Trevor Johnson grounded out to the shortstop, Corey Schmidt at the plate. That one is swung on and hit out towards left. And the left fielder on it and holds on for out number 2. So 2 down now for the Knights. That's a good hit there by Schmidt, just not enough on it. And now Isaiah Haas makes his way to the batter's box. Here's the pitch from Peterson. Haas gets this one on a line down the third base line. The third baseman picks up, throws it on first in time for out number 3. So the leadoff home run, but no more hits after that. It's 3 straight outs, and that will be it for inning number 3. But 1 hit and the 1 run via the home run from, again, Cale Haugen to make it a 3-0 lead for the Knights as we head towards the top of inning number 4. A quick moving game here through these first 3 innings. 4th inning will come up after a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Eastern Mini League Baseball on WCMP.
Attention baseball fans! Are you ready to experience the thrill of St. Paul Saints baseball with our weekly live on-air giveaway? That's right! Every Friday is your chance to score big and win tickets to see the Saints live in action at beautiful CHS Field. Imagine the atmosphere, the crack of the bat, the smell of freshly popped popcorn, and the joy of being surrounded by fellow fans. Special thank you to our incredible sponsor, bringing in the heat with Hinckley Firehouse. Listen to WCMP every Friday morning for your chance to win tickets to the St. Paul Saints.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM and live with video at WCMPradio.com. I want to thank all of you for tuning in here tonight. Thanks so much. Appreciate you all tuning in. And again, it's because of you that I get to do this job. So appreciate you all tuning in. So at the plate now, leading off the top of inning number 4 is Jake Scardili, their left fielder. The first 2 pitches are strikes, so 0-2 count for him. This one swung on. That's going to be a tough play for anybody, but Isaiah Haas at third makes the catch on the line drive for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Silverbacks here in the top of inning number 4. The Silverbacks here. And now at the plate is Cam Husby, and he looks at strike 1. Next one is outside for ball 1. And that one's in there for strike 2. 1-2 on the way. That's outside, and that'll be ball 2. 2-2 count for Husby, and the pitch on the way. That's just off the plate. That'll run the count full for Husby. Full count pitch on the way from Ben Sickler. One swung on and popped up out towards second, and Schmidt's on it. And he holds on for out number 2. 2 down for the Silverbacks, and to the plate is Drew Peterson. Nobody on, and Peterson to the plate on the season. He bats .259. He's walked, drawn 2 walks, and has 4 RBIs. Swings at that one, fouls it back into the backstop, and now an 0-2 count for Drew Peterson. Here's the 0-2 from Sickler, outside, and that's ball 1. 1-2 on the way, that's outside as well for ball 2, even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down and nobody on for the Silverbacks. Ben Sickler with the pitch. Low, and that'll run the count full. Silverbacks trying to get another runner on with 2 outs. Sickler comes back with 1. That is in there, though, for strike 3, and he'll go down looking. Will Peterson. Out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Silverbacks, and we'll head to the bottom of inning number 4. Knights lead 3-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard after a leadoff home run in the first from Cale Haugen, and it was a hit from Trevor Johnson, and scoring him was Corey Schmidt on RBI triple, and then another home run by Cale Haugen just last inning. That's how we got 3 runs. Ben Sickler having a really good night out there on the mound. 4 shutout innings to this point, 1 walk, and no hits. as we get set for the bottom of the fourth. I want to remind you, don't forget, every single Friday, tune into our morning shows on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron and over on 95.5 FM with Rockin' Robin Riley. That's when you can score some, or enter for your chance to score some Saints tickets. The morning show host will give you a keyword to text in during the morning show, and then you'll be entered to win some St. Paul Saints tickets for any of the home games that they'll have coming up. We do that throughout the summer and through the regular season. We don't do postseason, unfortunately. That's different, a whole different animal. But throughout their regular season, we'll be giving you chances to win tickets to their home games. So do that every Friday during the morning shows. Leading off the bottom of the fourth for the Hinckley Knights is T.J. Johnson. Peterson with the first pitch. That one's in the dirt, bouncing into the glove of the catcher for ball one. Ross Peterson with the 1-0. Swung on and right at the shortstop. Throw on to first is in time for out number one. So one down for the Knights in the bottom of the fourth. And it's Brady Johnson, the DH, who grounded out in the first for the final out. Swings and misses at that one. And here's the 0-1. That's going to be ball one. One count for Brady Johnson. Here's the pitch from Peterson. Outside and low for ball two. 2-1 now for Johnson. Here's the pitch from Peterson. That's outside, but on the plate for strike two. So 2-2 count now for Brady Johnson. Here's the pitch. That's outside, and that'll run the count full. So a full count now for Brady Johnson with one down and nobody on. That's ball four. That was well outside for ball four. That's, believe it or not, Peterson's first walk on the game. Now coming to the plate is Sean Osmus with a runner at first, one down. Peterson sets. Here's the pitch to Osmus. High for ball one, and we're going to keep an eye at Brady Johnson at first. That catcher up out of his stance pretty darn quickly. Johnson gets his lead. Peterson sets and readies. Here's the pitch. Inside, and that's ball two. Osmus just doesn't move. He knows that's ball two. 2-0 count for Osmus. Here's the pitch. Osmus gets a piece of that one out towards center field. Center fielder, good read on it, grabs it for out number two. So two down now for the Knights, and coming to the plate is the right fielder, number 15, Isaiah Brennan. Well, for one here tonight and on the season for Isaiah Brennan, he's batting .286, has an RBI, and drawn 4 walks. This one in the dirt, but the catcher did a good job keeping it in front of him, and that's ball one for Brennan. One ball, no strikes. They'll check the runner at first, but Johnson is back in plenty of time. Peterson readies, glances at second, and here's the pitch. That's on the outside part of the plate for strike one. One here for Brennan. Here's the pitch. Inside, but a swing on it from Brennan. The third baseman makes the grab, throwing to first in plenty of time for out number 3. No hits, no runs. No errors by either side in that fourth. So that will be it for inning number 4. As I mentioned before, it's been a quick-moving game as we're now going into the top of inning number 5 with the Knights leading 3-0 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Slips one, slips a second, able to get away for Sluka. Back underneath, far side, and a goal!
To the lane and just gets the roll.
Wow.
Pine City, Mora, Hinckley, Finlayson, East Central, Bram, Rush City, Malacca, North Branch. Find out who's playing next at WCMPradio.com.
At Walia Health, your eye health is our passion. With cutting-edge technology and a team dedicated to your well-being, we're here to ensure your eyesight shines bright. From diagnosing and treating conditions like cataracts and glaucoma to helping you find the perfect pair of glasses or contacts, we've got you covered. Schedule your appointment today at waliahealth.org or give us a call at 320-679-2020. Let's keep those eyes sparkling together.
I try to finish off that protein bar back here for the start of inning number 5. And leading off for the Silverbacks is going to be Zach Van Tome. He looks at that one inside for ball 1. That one's high for ball 2. And the 2-0 is low for ball 3. Three-0 count here for the leadoff man, Van Tome, here in the top of inning number 5 for the Silverbacks as Sickler. That one's outside. So a 4-pitch walk to Van Tome. That'll put a runner on with nobody out, and that is a first here tonight for the Silverbacks. This is only their second base runner, but the first time they've had a runner on with nobody out. So now Joe Navratil has a chance. Get the Silverbacks, right back in this one. That one's outside as well for ball number 1. 1-0. That one swung on and missed. Well, now a 1-1. Again, nobody out for the Silverbacks, so this is some new territory for him and for the Knights, believe it or not, here. This one not getting away enough for Van Tome to try it. He'll stay at first, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Joe Navratil. Here's the 2-1, swung on and fouled out of play, and that'll make the count 2-2. Navratil on the season for the Silverbacks, batting .118, 7 strikeouts, but does have 2 RBIs. And here's the 2-2. Swung on and right to straightaway center. DJ Johnson on it, grabs it for out number 1. Johnson, nice grab on the run. That'll be out number 1. And now to the plate, Max Spitzer. Grounded out in his first at-bat in the 3rd. First pitch to him is high, and that's ball 1. 3-0 lead for the Knights on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'd like to add on to that here. Definitely feels like it's a much bigger lead than what the scoreboard shows, so they've just been that much better here tonight. That one is a check swing, but it's a strike no matter, with a 1-1 now, and that one's going to be ball 2, just high for Spitzer. Runner at first, 1 down. 2-1 on the way from Sickler. That one's going to get out towards left, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Oh, and maybe a little lackadaisical out there from Max Sickler out in left. That one got under him, and luckily it did not advance any of the runners past their base. So now, runners at first and second for the Silverbacks, and one down, and now to the plate is AJ Scardili. You have it as AJ on the roster sheet, so that's what I'll go with. So AJ Scardili to the plate with 2 runners on at first and second and only 1 down. So again, new territory here tonight for both squads. Up to this, right before the start of the 5th, the Silverbacks only had 1 runner on, and that was with 2 outs back in the 3rd inning. This is that base runner that reached on a walk is their first base runner without an out. Now they have 2 runners on, so a bit of a different situation here for the Knights as well, as that one is in there for strike 1 to AJ Scardili. 0-1. And that one is swung on and out towards left. It is down. And Sickler, can he get it to third in time? Oh, it's going to be over his head, and that is going to get all the way to the backstop. And again, luckily enough, it is not going to allow any of the runners to advance past the base that they just reached. So bases loaded with 1 down now, as that's a single from AJ Scardili. And now a tough situation, a jam here for Ben Sickler and company to get out of. Reed Benson at the plate. He walked. He was that walk back in the 3rd. But now the first pitch to him is strike 1. So the Silverbacks all of a sudden have a chance to get real close in this one, as the Knights lead 3-0, but all of a sudden that lead is in some jeopardy right now with 1 down for the Silverbacks. A 1-1 count for Benson. Here's the pitch from Sickler. Swung on, and this could be double play. Scooped up by the second baseman, Corey Schmidt. Throw on to first, and that is a double play, and that is huge. A 4-6-3 double play. And that will end the inning. 2 hits and no runs for the Silverbacks, and the Knights get out of that bases loaded jam with a double play there started by Corey Schmidt. Threw it on to second, then on to first, and man, did they need that. So no errors committed by the Knights there in the top of the 5th, and they will somehow escape the top of the 5th without allowing a run to score by the Silverbacks. Move on to the bottom of inning number 5, but first a commercial break and a word from our fine sponsors.
Whoa, they got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station store off 35 has got savings like lots of matzo pizza, buy 1 get 1 free. Ben & Jerry's 2 for $12. Celsius, buy 2 get 1 free. Any size fountain pop, just 79 cents. Jack's Link Jerky, 2 for $10. And Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, ready to eat, 2 for $4. Open 24/7, 365. They got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Max Sickler will lead it off here in the bottom of the 5th for the Hinckley Knights. The Knights have not had a hit since the 3rd inning. That was the home run from Cale Haugen, so been a few innings. They're looking to add on to this 3-0 lead. You can see why they might needed to, because last inning, all of a sudden that lead was in jeopardy. As Max Sickler swings and misses on both these first pitches to him, and now it's an 0-2 count. Again, in talking with Knights manager Ted Haas, he talked about how Sickler, they don't mind having him at the 9 spot or the leadoff spot. They feel good about him there. But he does ground out to the shortstop for out number 1. And Haas has talked about how if he can get on, well, you can almost bet that he's going to score because of his speed and his base running ability. And those two do not go hand in hand, believe it or not. Now to plate, Cale Haugen. 2 for 2 on the day with 2 home runs. Could we see 3 for 3 with 3? Man, that would be awesome. That's outside, and that's ball 1. So 1-1 count now for Cale Haugen. His first 2 plate appearances, he's hit a home run over that right field wall. And now a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. That's outside for ball 2. Evens out the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Haugen will line this one out towards right, and that will be a base hit. So it won't be a home run, but it will be 2 bags because the right fielder just had that one slide under his glove. So it is going to be a single for him, but then an error allows him to reach second. So it is a single, but he winds up at second because of the error. So runner at second with 1 down, and Trevor Johnson to the plate. 1 for 2 tonight. Ross Peterson with the pitch. That one's in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way. Johnson gets a piece of it. Grounded to the shortstop. Throw on to first is over his head. That gets by the glove of the first baseman, and Trevor Johnson will reach via the error. And with the error, that also puts Cale Haugen at third with 1 down. So runners at the corners, 1 down for the Knights. And at the plate, Corey Schmidt. Again, their leading RBI guy. He has 30 on the year now with that RBI triple in the first. RBI would be huge here, add on to that lead. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. Also leads the team with 3 home runs, so wouldn't mind seeing that. We will get a mound visit here for Ross Peterson. It is the bottom of the 5th. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of this conversation. Runners at the corners for Hinckley Knights with 1 down. You've got Schmidt at the plate, and then behind him Isaiah Haas. So a quick conference on the mound. And everyone is back in position. Schmidt with a 1-0 count. Check the runner at first, but he's back in plenty of time. Again, that's Griffin Steele over there running for Trevor Johnson. Haugen at third. Time call here. We'll get a pause in the action, and everyone back now. Here's the pitch, 1-0, and that one swung on. That's going to get through the infield, and an RBI, and another one for the Knights leader, for Corey Schmidt. RBI single there for Schmidt, and that drives home Haugen, and it puts Griffin Steele at second. So 1 down, runners at first and second for Isaiah Haas, and the Knights lead increases 4-0. Haas will look to add another RBI to his total and also add on to the lead the Knights have. That one's in there on the outside part of the plate for strike 1 to him. He's 0 for 2 tonight, is Haas. Oh, 1. That's low for ball 1. That's good eye there from Isaiah Haas. One outside, and that's ball 2. Griffin Steele getting a good chunk of a lead out there at second. 2-1 for Haas. That's going to be now 3 balls and 1 strike for the Knights' third baseman. Runners at first and second with 1 down. Peterson with the pitch. And that's ball 4. So Haas draws a walk, and that will load the bases here for T.J. Johnson. And again, T.J. Johnson on the year. He's second on the team with 15 RBIs. He does have a home run as well. Knights would take either one at this point to extend their lead. The first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. That one's in there. 1-1 now for T.J. Johnson, the center fielder. And here's the 1-1 pitch. That's inside. Ooh, inside for strike 2. So 1-2 count now for T.J. Johnson, and Peterson readies. Here's the pitch. Got a piece of it, and he'll keep himself alive with Johnson. Still a 1-2 count. Peterson with the pitch. That's outside, and that's ball 2. That'll even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases are loaded with 1 down for the Knights here in the bottom of inning number 5. They have scored a run via that RBI from Corey Schmidt. Here's the pitch. That one on the ground at the third baseman. Steps on third for 1. Throw home, not in time. So they'll get the force out at third, but the run will score. That'll make it 5-0. So he will reach via the fielder's choice. So now runners at first and second for the Knights, a 5-0 lead with 2 down. And at the plate, Brady Johnson into the left-handed batter's box. Fouls that first pitch off. And here's the 0-1. That's outside, and that's ball 1. One to Brady Johnson on the way. And he gets a piece of it, fouls it out of play. 2 down, runners at first and second. Brady Johnson, they 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Peterson. Got it, a roller down the first base line, and that's going to go foul. Started off in fair territory, but then went foul. So still a 1-2 count for Brady Johnson with 2 down and runners at first and second base. 2 runs have scored here in this inning. That one's outside, and that evens the count at 2-2. Brady Johnson, their designated hitter tonight. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's outside, and that'll run the count full. Full count for Brady Johnson. And the pitch. Ooh, outside, but they're going to say it's in there for strike 3, so that will get Brady Johnson down looking for the third out. Well, 2 hits and 2 runs for the Knights. They extend their lead 5-0. No errors by the Knights, but 2 from the Silverbacks. So that'll be it for inning number 5. And with that third out, it means we're moving to the top of another inning. It'll be the top of inning number 6. We've slowed down a little bit here in this one, but still moving at a good pace. Top of the 6th inning after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Interested in raising funds for your school or organization? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is now participating in cheese fundraisers. Raise funds by selling cheese to your friends and family and supporting our local farmers. Please call us at 715-689-2053 to find out more.
Does radio advertising work? It just did. Make it work for you. Contact us at WCMPradio.com.
Of course, don't forget to check out our WCMPradio.com deals page. You can go to WCMPradio.com and click on the deals part, or just go to WCMPradio.com/deals. We've got tons of deals. We've got gift certificates for places to eat. You need your dog groomed, hair, get your nails done, rental places, get your oil changed. We got everything on there, so be sure to check out our WCMP deals page. Again, if you don't see something at this point, be sure to check back because that gets refilled fairly often. Leading off the top of the 6th for the Silverbacks is Owen Fiskwold. First pitch here from Ben Sickler's outside for ball 1. That one swung on, hit right at Haas at third. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. The one down now for St. Francis, and to the plate is number 15, Jake Scardili. Sickler ready. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. Scardili doesn't seem to agree with that, but strike 1 no less. That one's going to be high, and that will be ball 1. Here's the 1-1. And foul tip by Scardili, and now we 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Sickler. In there for strike 3, and that'll get him looking for out number 2. As the third strikeout looking from Ben Sickler. Cam Husby now to the plate, the DH for the Silverbacks. He fouls that one off into the backstop. That one, he tried to hold off his swing, but it does. That pitch winds up hitting the bat and going foul. So it's going to be an 0-2 count now for Husby. That one's outside. Gets past the glove of Trevor, and we will not see Drew Peterson. In fact, it looks like it will be Wes Myers if we do manage to get to another at-bat. But Husby with a 1-2. He swings and misses on that one for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Silverbacks. No hits, no runs. No errors committed by Hinckley. And we'll move forward to the bottom of this inning. And getting set to lead off for the Knights is going to be Sean Osmus. 0 for 2 tonight, looking to get off that 0 for 2 skid. The Knights looking to get off a 5-game losing streak. 3 games lost in the Eastern Mini League. As they look to get off that skid here tonight against the Silverbacks. And probably one of the tougher losses on the year was to Bram. The Bram Snappers. The Snappers on the year. Well, unfortunately, that is their lone win. So, they are 1-9 now on the year. They are second to last in runs scored, but they are not the last in runs against. In fact, that's they're 5th from the bottom of that, even behind Hinckley Knights. The Hinckley Knights have given up a bunch of runs, but they are the top team in runs 4 overall. 11-11 on the year after 5 straight losses for the Knights. They try to improve to 12-11 in this their 23rd game on the season. Man, oh man, it's gone by quick, ladies and gentlemen. And believe it or not, their regular season ends next week. So Osmus will head to the plate. Sean Osmus will lead it off. Peterson still out on the mound, and here's the pitch. That's in there for strike one. Ross Peterson allowed 6 hits, 5 runs. This team has 2 errors. Swing and a miss there by Osmus, and a quick 0-2 puts him behind the count. Here's the 0-2, Osmus. Swing and a miss, and that'll be out number 1. So a leadoff strikeout by the Knights. And to the plate, Isaiah Brennan, 0 for 2 on the night, looking to get off that 0 for 2 himself. First pitch to him is ball 1. That one is going to be in there for strike 1 to him. Bryce Hipp will be in for Max Sickler in the next at-bat. And the next pitch, meanwhile, to Brennan is ball 2, so a 2-1 count for him. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Peterson. That's high, and that'll be ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Isaiah Brennan with 1 down. That one swung on right at the shortstop. Gonna get past his glove. And Isaiah Brennan takes a big turn around first, and he's on with a base hit. So again, it's Bryce Hipp now coming to the plate for the Hinckley Knights. He'll be in as a pitch hitter. And Hipp. So on the season, Bryce Hipp batting .333 with 1 RBI, sacrifice fly. It's ball 1, the first pitch to him. He's got a runner at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Hipp. Inside, and they've gotten a piece of that one. So Bryce Hipp at the plate for the Knights. From Esco. Another one of the Esco guys, part of their state championship team last year and their state third place team this year. Swings that one well outside. Frustrated with himself on that one. 1-2 count now, with runner at first and 1 down. Here's the pitch. And that one, he's just keeping himself alive with that swing. So 1-2 again for Bryce Hipp, the young man from Esco. Peterson ready, saying he'll check the runner at first, but just back in time is Isaiah Brennan. He took that initial step towards second and then headed back to first, and he dove back just in time. So Brennan is back safely. Still a runner at first. 1 down, 1-2 count for Bryce Hipp. And Peterson will check the runner again, but he's back safely. This time, no false step. This one, he's right back to first on the dive. Again, a 1-2 for Hipp. Here's the pitch. Outside, and that'll be ball 2. Here's the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. time call here. It gives himself a second, and now 2-2. That's hit back into the batter's box. Runner at first, one down. Here's the pitch. And Hip gets this one out towards center. Center fielder may have been beat, and he was. That beat him, and they're going to try and send Brennan from first. The throw home. It's going to be a close play at home, but the slide is there from Brennan. And it will be a RBI double from Bryce Hip. So Bryce Hip, with that hit, the center fielder just didn't get a clean read on that one, and that one definitely beat him. So Bryce Hip comes in on the pinch hit and scores a run via the RBI. So now 6-0. The Knights extend their lead, and we're back to the top of the order with Cale Haugen, who has been exciting here tonight. 3 for 3 with 2 home runs as he watches that pitch in there for strike one. That one's outside, and that'll be ball one. One for Haugen. And stepping off the mound. Off the rubber is Peterson. And so a 1-1 pitch now to Haugen. That's outside. That is ball two. 2-1 count, and you can tell Peterson not trying to give Haugen anything he can hit here. He's already hit 2 home runs and a single. And then an error led him to second. That's going to be ball three. Yeah, not going to give Haugen anything that even close at this point because he's hit 2 home runs already. Not trying to give him a third. That's outside, and that'll be ball four. So not surprised by the walk there for Cale Haugen. And now Trevor Johnson will make his way to the plate. Runners at first and second with 1 down here in the bottom of inning number 6. You've got Trevor Johnson here, then Corey Schmidt and Isaiah Haas. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Johnson is strike one. Peterson sets and delivers. That's in the dirt, bounces, and it bounces enough, and the catcher, had he been able to grab that ball on the first grab of it, he may have had a play at third, but since he was not able to get it in his grip on the first attempt, everyone's safe. So now runners at second and third in scoring position. And that's a strike there to Trevor Johnson. 1 down. Runners in scoring position here, bottom of the 6th. Run has already scored for the Knights, and it's a 1-2 count for Johnson. Here's the pitch from Peterson. Johnson gets a piece of it. And will keep himself alive. And again, a 1-2 count for Trevor Johnson from Peterson. And that is high for ball two. Good eye there from Trevor Johnson. Those can be enticing, but he holds off. Full count now for Trevor Johnson. A weak hit right up the middle, and they're going to get the force out at home. Or the tag, excuse me. Not a force, but a tag. So Bryce Hip trying to come home to score the run is unable to. And because of the fielder's choice, Johnson will reach first. And Haugen is at third. So you've got runners at the corners, and a courtesy runner there will be Griffin Steele again at first for Trevor Johnson. So runners at the corners, 2 down, and it's Corey Schmidt at the plate. And he's got 2 RBIs in this one to extend his team lead to 31 RBIs. A Would be grateful for another one at this point. This one low for ball one from Ross Peterson. Knights lead 6-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Here's the pitch from Peterson outside, and that'll be ball two. Again, keeping a close eye over there at Griffin Steele on first is the catcher Fiskwall, and then understandably so. Steele's got a bunch of speed. A time call here, and Fiskwall will have a meeting with his pitcher Peterson at the mound. Just trying to discuss how he'll go about this at bat. 2-0 count for Corey Schmidt at this point. So just a quick chat. And Fiskwall getting back behind the plate. And Peterson readies. Here's the pitch. Ooh. That's called strike one. 2-1 now for Schmidt. And the pitch from Peterson. Swung on, and that is going to get by, and another RBI for Corey Schmidt. My goodness. 32 RBIs on the season for Corey Schmidt. That will score a run, and makes it 7-0. Runners at first and second. 2 down, a 7-0 lead for Hinckley. Again, trying to get off that 5-game losing skid. So far, so good. As Isaiah Haas now at the plate, swings and misses on that one. And Haas this evening, 0 for 2. He walked back in the fifth. That one swung on. That one should get down in the outfield. That will get down. It's one hops the fence. That'll be 1 run, and they're going to send the second run home, and it's an RBI double, and a 2-run double at that for Isaiah Haas. So that'll be a nice 0-2 get off. 2 RBI double for Isaiah Haas, and that'll make it a 9-0 lead. And now it's TJ Johnson who will come to the plate. A 9-0 lead after that 2-run double from Isaiah Haas. And we will see a pitching change here for the St. Francis Silverbacks. So Ross Peterson on the evening goes 6 2/3 innings. Allowed 10 hits and 9 runs. 6 2/3 for him. Again, 10 hits and 6 runs on the evening. So we're going to take a commercial break as they get set for a new pitcher. It will be number 2. Will be their new pitcher as we look at who that will be. Maybe, if the phone wants to cooperate. There we go. So the new pitcher here for the Silverbacks is going to be Luke Haingraf. So while he gets warmed up, we'll take a commercial break.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Hi, this is Sarah from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Do you know about our propane customer referral program? It's simple and rewarding. Refer a qualified new Burnett Dairy propane customer and you'll receive a $100 credit to your account. Terms and conditions apply. Call 715-689-1032 for details and follow our Burnett Dairy General Store Facebook page. Share the warmth with Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Luke Haingraf to be their new pitcher for the St. Francis Silverbacks, a lefty coming in. So Ross Peterson has 6 2/3 innings of work, allowed 10 hits, 6 runs, walked 3, and struck out 2. Haingraf, the new pitcher, and it's TJ Johnson at the plate. That one's going to be high for ball 1. A 1-1 count for TJ Johnson. He's got a runner at second with 2 down. 4 runs have scored already in this bottom of the 6th. That one's inside, low for ball 2. This one, is popped up on the infield. First baseman calls it, and he's there and holds on for out number 3. So that'll do it, but the Knights get plenty here. 4 hits, 4 runs in the inning. They extend their lead to 9-0 over the Silverbacks. No errors by either side in that 6th. And we'll move forward to what will be the top of inning number 7. And we'll have that inning for you. But first, we will get a word from our fine sponsors, and then we'll return here on WCMP.
There's just nothing like being on the water, especially on a pontoon. Pine Toon Rental in Pine City has your next outing. Spend the day on the water, whether you want to fish or just float in style. With this 20-footer that holds up to 9 passengers, half-day rentals start as low as $200. Better yet, rent for a full 8 hours, starting at $300. But you've got to reserve your pontoon first. Visit pinetoonrental.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Top of inning number 7. And leading off for the St. Francis Silverbacks is not going to be Drew Peterson. Instead, it will be number 5, as before mentioned, Wes Myers. Will be the new batter. So Myers at the plate. Changes out in the field for the Knights. First pitch is in there for strike 1 to Myers. Now at first is Jared Brennan. We try and get these updates for you. Out towards left, and that is caught by Sickler for out number 1. One down for the Silverbacks. And now to the plate, Zach Van Tomey. With 1 down. That one's in there for strike 1. Late break on that one. Here's the 0-1 outside, and that'll be ball 1. One is going to be low, and that'll be ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strikes for Van Tomey. Two-one pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and that'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on the way. That one swung on and popped up. over towards the shortstop, and he holds on to it. That is Corey Schmidt, who holds on for out number 2. Griffin Steele out in center. Oh, that's, not Sickler out in left. In fact, that's Bryce Hipp. Trying to get all the changes, but 2 down now for the Silverbacks, Now we're going to be low for Navratil, and ball 1. 2 down, nobody on for the Silverbacks as the Knights look on their way to their first win in 5 games. 2-0 now for Navratil. Here's the pitch from Sickler. And we'll make it a 3-0 count for Navratil. That one's in there, and that'll be strike 1. 3-1 now to Joe Navratil. Sickler readies, and here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So now it will not be Max Spitzer, no. Instead, they will have number 30 to the plate, and that number 30 is going to be Shane Benson. Benson looks at that one for strike 1. Next one is ball 1, so 1-1 count. That one swung on and out towards right. Right fielder's on it, grabs it, and holds on for out number 3. No hits, no runs by the Silverbacks, and no errors from the Hinckley Knights. And that puts us in our 7th inning stretch as the Knights looking for that final run of the game to end it here in the 7th. They need just the 1, and that would get us home early. They lead 9-0 over the Silverbacks as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Got a few moves in the field and outfield for the Knights there, but still going to be at his DH spot will be Brady Johnson to lead us off in the bottom of the 7th. In case you missed it, Luke Haingraf came in for Ross Peterson in the 6th after Ross Peterson went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 10 hits and 6 runs, walked 3 and struck out 2. Also, in case you missed it, 3 for 3 tonight, Cale Haugen, 2 home runs and a single. Also 3 more RBIs for Corey Schmidt to give him 32 on the year. Which is the team lead. So Brady Johnson at his DH spot makes his way to the left-handed batter's box. Again, the Knights only need the 1 run here in the bottom of the 7th to make it a 10-run rule victory. Here's the pitch. Tried to check his swing, but he went, and that'll be strike 1. And after him would be Sean Osmus, but instead it is going to be Jared Brennan. He gets a piece of that one, rolls on its way to second, and the throw on to first is there in plenty of time for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down, and now again, as I mentioned before, Jared Brennan coming to the plate, and behind him will not be Isaiah Brennan. No, it will be instead Lane Von Ruden. If you can remember, not too long ago, he hit a grand slam in a game. First pitch here to Jared Brennan is ball 1. That one's in there, outside part of the plate for strike 1. 1-1 to Brennan. That's low and bounces. That's ball 2. Got a piece of it. Fouls it back. Makes it a 2-2 count for Jared Brennan. Got a piece of that one right towards the third baseman. Nice grab there at third, and the throw on to first is in time as the first baseman steps off the bag, but then back on. Wayne Von Ruden. Yeah, he is had a grand slam this year as he looks at strike 1. 2 down for the Knights. He swings through that one and misses, and that's strike 2. 0-2 for Wayne Von Ruden. Here's the 0-2. Swinging through that one, and that's out number 3. Well, we will not get that 10th run. We will move on to at least one more inning. Knights still only need 1 run, but could not get it there in the bottom of the 7th. So, no hits, no runs for either side, no errors committed, and we'll move to the top of inning number 8. Knights lead 9-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. And when we return after a word from our fine sponsors, it will be the top of inning number 8 here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Of course, live with video at WCMPradio.com.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit, your ride.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
So kind of like that everyone but the center move in NFL refereeing, it's everyone but the catcher has been replaced here in this game. For the top of inning number 8, it's Bryce Erickson out on the mound now for the Knights, and the first pitch here is low for ball 1. We will have a new batter in for A.J. Scardili. That one's outside, so it is number 21 in for A.J. Scardili, and that's Hunter Engen. That one's in there for strike 1, so 2 balls and 1 strike to Hunter Engen. Swing and a miss on that one. That'll be strike 2 to even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Erickson readies. Here's the 2-2. That swing and a miss is out number 1. Via the strikeout. So 1 down now for St. Francis, top of the 8th, and Reed Benson at the plate. 0 for 1 this evening with a walk back in the 3rd. That one's in there for strike one. Erickson with the 0-1. That's inside, and that'll be ball one. One pitch on the way from Erickson. That's in there, and that'll be strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Benson. Here's the pitch. One is popped up and back out of play. So the count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Erickson looking for the payoff pitch. Here's the windup and the pitch. Just off the plate for ball 2. That'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. A 9-0 lead for your Knights of Hinckley. That one's outside as well. That'll run the count full. That one swung on and lifted out towards shallow right, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Benson celebrating. So Reed Benson reaches first, and now Owen Fiskwold to the plate. 1 out, 1 on. Again, Knights trying to hold off the Silverbacks. The Knights only need 1 run to end this game if they can hold the Silverbacks off the scoreboard, and that one's in there for strike 1 from Bryce Erickson to Owen Fiskwold. The 0-1 on the way, and that one swung on, and that one will be fouled back and out of play. Fiskwold upset with that one. Wants that one back. So 0-2 now for him. And Erickson with the 0-2 delivery. Ooh, just inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Fiskwold. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and lifted. That will be right towards the first baseman, Jared Brennan, and he makes the grab for out number 2. 2 down, runner on first, and Jake Scardili at the plate. Erickson with the pitch, in there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Erickson. Outside, it's going to get by TJ Johnson, or Trevor Johnson, excuse me, not TJ. He's out and right. Trevor's behind the plate. And that will allow Benson to reach second on the pass ball. So Trevor meets with Erickson just to have a quick word. Now a 1-1 count for Jake Scardili. Runner at second, 2 down. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and hit out of play off the third base line. Cody Klein over at third. Watches it go out of play. 1-2 count now for Scardili. Erickson readies. Here's the pitch. And that one softly hit in front of the catcher Johnson. Throw on to first is in time for out number 3. So 1 hit, no runs though for the Silverbacks. No errors committed by Hinckley. And the Knights searching for that game-winning run to get us out of here via the 10-run rule. So again, the Knights only need 1 run here in the bottom of the 8th to get us home. And that would do it for the game. But we'll wait and see if they are able to do just that. And again, it will be Luke Haingraf staying out there on the mound for the Silverbacks for the bottom of inning number 8, or at least to begin the bottom of the 8th. Bryce Hipp getting set to lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Knights. So again, the Knights have lost their last 5 dating back to June, which hasn't been that long, but last win came against the Elk River Lumberjacks on June 26th. Then they played the Panthers for the sole possession of first place. Panthers won that one 4-1. Then they lost to Twin Ports 9-7. Then they lost to Bram Snappers, which was probably the toughest loss of the season, 12-11. That was part of their 5-game losing streak. Then they lost to, or 4-game losing streak rather. Then they lost to the Hinckley, or the Ramsey Renegades, just this past Monday, 7-6. So they've been close games. But have not been able to get over the hump. And it's Bryce Hipp leading off for the Knights. He watches that one outside for ball 1. Had a RBI double back in the 6th as he came in for Max Sickler. And he'll get a piece of this one, a little looper over to the second baseman, and he grabs it for out number 1. So that's out number 1. And coming to the plate is number 36, Cody Gustafson. And that one got him. So, hit by pitch, we'll put a runner on first with 1 down. Everett Osmus now working to the plate in for Trevor Johnson. And he looks at strike 1. So Everett Osmus will come in. 0-1 count, runner at first, 1 down. Here's the pitch from Haingraf. He swings at that one. Golf swing, and that misses. 0-2. To pitch on the way. Osmus gets a piece of that one out towards center. And the center fielder grabs it and holds on for out number 2. And now coming to the plate will be Elliot Blatz in for Corey Schmidt. So Blatz to the plate. Runner at first, 2 down for the Knights. First pitch to him is strike 1. Cale Haugen, also from Esco last year. I was trying to figure out where he was from, and I thought so. Check swing, and that one's low for ball 1. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. A 1-1 count for Elliot Blatz. Haingraf on the mound. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Blatz. Now a 1-2 count. Runner at first, 2 down. Haingraf readies. Here's the 1-2. Blatz gets a piece of it and fouls it out of play. Count remains 1-2. Swing and a miss from Blatz. And that'll be it. No hits, no runs. And no errors by either side, so we won't be going home early. We'll go all 9. And the Knights will look to keep the shutout going as we move forward to the top of inning number 9. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Attention baseball fans! Are you ready to experience the thrill of St. Paul Saints baseball with our weekly live on-air giveaway? That's right! Every Friday is your chance to score big and win tickets to see the Saints live in action at beautiful CHS Field. Imagine the atmosphere, the crack of the bat, the smell of freshly popped popcorn, and the joy of being surrounded by fellow fans. Special thank you to our incredible sponsor, bringing in the heat with Hinckley Firehouse. Listen to WCMP every Friday morning for your chance to win tickets to the St. Paul Saints.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
It'll be Erickson out there on the mound for inning number 9. Gustafson out and right. It's still Trevor Johnson behind the plate. And a plethora of lineup changes here in the last inning. So the Knights need 3 more outs as they'll try and hold on to the shutout here against the Silverbacks and end the 4-game losing skid. Leading off for the Silverbacks will be Luke Haingraf, their pitcher. Haingraf steps into the box. And Erickson readies. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's in there for strike 1. Erickson with the 1-1 delivery. That's going to be ball 2. Two-one. That's inside, and that'll be 3 balls and 1 strike to Luke Haingraf. That's in there, and that'll run the count full now for Luke Haingraf. He takes a step out of the batter's box. Erickson readies, and here's the full count pitch on the way from Erickson. Ooh, and that is ball 4 high. Haingraf held off. Well, that'll put a runner on first for the Silverbacks. And now to the plate, Wes Myers in to the left-handed batter's box. Back-to-back lefties here for St. Francis. First pitch to Myers is swung on and fouled back into the backstop. Erickson with the 0-1. That's in there for strike 2. Now an 0-2 count for Wes Myers. And here's the pitch. That one swung on. Oh, it's going to get out there. Erickson thought he had someone. He didn't have anyone there going after it, and that's going to allow Myers to reach. And Erickson thought he had someone going after it, but on that play there, he's just got to be a little bit more aggressive and go after it himself and make the play. So Myers is going to reach on an infield hit. So now, I believe it's Zach Van Tomey to the plate. Runners at first and second, nobody out. That's ball 1. Erickson readies. And here's the pitch. Low, and that's ball 2. 2-0 count for Van Tomey. He's 0 for 2 today, a walk in the 5th. But nobody out here with 2 runners on. Similar situation to the 5th inning where the Silverbacks got the bases loaded and then hit into a double play that ended the inning. Now 2-1 for Van Tomey. Here's the pitch from Erickson. That's high. Now we're on the count to 3 balls and 1 strike for Van Tomey. Erickson with the 3-1. Swung on and missed by Van Tomey. That'll run the count full. Chance here for the Knights and Erickson to get this first out of the inning and get on our way out of here with the next 2. Erickson with the pitch. That one swung on and softly hit out towards the shortstop, and he's there, holds on for out number 1. So the shortstop makes the grab for the first out. With 1 down, now to the plate, Joe Navratil. Still runners at first and second. Erickson readies, swing and a miss by Navratil, that one outside. Erickson readies, and here's the 0-1. That one swung on and fouled back and out of play. So now 0-2 for Joe Navratil. And Erickson and company looking for the second out. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Navratil, runner on first and second. 1 down. Erickson with the pitch. Swing and a miss for out number 2. So 2 down. And this will be the final out the Silverbacks have. Shane Benson coming to the plate. 2 down. Runners at first and second. That one's low. And it's ball 1. And here's the 1-0. It stays high. Ball 2. Two balls, no strikes for Shane Benson. Bryce Erickson with the 2-0. That's outside as well, and that'll make the count 3-0. Erickson readies with the 3-0. That's in there for strike 1. Three balls and 1 strike for Shane Benson. 2. That one's outside, and that'll be ball 4 to load the bases. So it does walk him to load the bases, but now you've got really any bag to touch to get it out for the final out. And now to the plate is going to be Hunter Engen. That one's in there. And it's strike 1. Bases loaded, 2 down. Knights just need the 1 more out. Swing and a miss from Engen, and it's now 0-2. So Erickson and company will look to get out of here with this next pitch. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that will end it. So, 2 strikeouts here, and that will end it. No 1 hit, no runs, and no errors committed by the Knights here in the 9th. And that will do it. The Knights get the victory 9-0. They complete the shutout here at home and get off that 4-game losing skid. Get their first win in a couple of weeks. So that will do it for the game here. The Knights get the victory 9-0 over the St. Francis Silverbacks and move to 12-11 on the season. We'll take a commercial break. We'll recap this game when we come back after word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Eastern Mini League Baseball on WCMP.
WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Slips one, slips a second, able to get away for Sluka. Back underneath, far side, and a goal!
To the lane and just gets the roll.
Wow.
Pine City, Mora, Hinckley, Finlayson, East Central, Bram, Rush City, Malacca, North Branch. Find out who's playing next at WCMPradio.com.
At Walia Health, your eye health is our passion. With cutting-edge technology and a team dedicated to your well-being, we're here to ensure your eyesight shines bright. From diagnosing and treating conditions like cataracts and glaucoma to helping you find the perfect pair of glasses or contacts, we've got you covered. Schedule your appointment today at waliahealth.org or give us a call at 320-679-2020. Let's keep those eyes sparkling together.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350, the Knights get the victory 9-0 over the St. Francis Silverbacks. They move to 12-11 on the season. So that will be it for their action here this week. And then next week, well, they've got a full schedule. All of them at home, though, so that is a plus. But they'll have 5 games next week. It'll start on next Tuesday when they host the Rum River Bandits at 7:30. Then that very next day, they will host the Ham Lake Hornets at 7:30. Then they get a day off before they host Mac Strength on Friday at 7:30. Then they're back at it the very next day, hosting the Isani Redbirds again at 7:30. And then they wrap up the regular season next Sunday, July 21st, against the North Branch Nighthawks at 2 p.m. Can you believe it? The season's already, the regular season anyway, coming to an end here. It's hard to imagine that it is already coming to a close. But a fun season it has been here for the Hinckley Knights, but it all comes to a close next week with 5 games, 3 during the week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and those will all be important for them as they head into playoffs after that. But tonight's win gets them off a 4-game losing streak. They get the victory 9-1 over the St. Francis Silverbacks as we take a look at that instant replay for the final out of the game. Next pitch, strikeout there from Bryce Erickson. You see he gets ready, and Erickson coming in the last 2 innings, and he grabs 3 strikeouts, and here's the pitch. You see it right there, swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch. And that will end it. And that is how our game ends. So, the Knights 9-0. Player of the game, no doubt, is Cale Haugen. 3 for 3, 2 home runs in the game, plus a single in the 5th. A outstanding game for him. Another good outing, though, for Corey Schmidt, the RBI leader on the Knights team. He had 3 here this evening, 3 more to add on to his team lead, which now gives him 32 on the regular season. And also a couple more RBIs from Isaiah Haase. Had a 2-run double there in the 6th, and another RBI added from Bryce Hipp in the bottom of the 6th inning as well. But again, the Knights get the victory 9-0 here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll have the next couple days off until next Tuesday when they return. And they get to play at home again against the Rum River Bandits. And yes, we will be out here for that one. So that'll do it for us from Brandon Field here in Hinckley, Minnesota. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. I want to give a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors. If it weren't for them, well, we wouldn't be able to come out here and broadcast any of these games. So we appreciate all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring not only this broadcast, but every other broadcast that we do. Also, remember to stay tuned to our morning shows on 95.5 FM KBK with Rock and Robin Riley and 100.9 FM with Josh Miron. You can catch the local sports updates at 7:30, 7:45, 8:30, and 8:45. We'll talk local sports, town ball, regional, and some national sports as well. Of course, once we get towards the fall again, we'll have more high school sports, but for now, we'll talk more town ball as well. Of course, stay tuned to our websites, WCMPradio.com, KBK.com, as well as our social medias, both our Facebook pages and our Twitter at WCMP Radio. For all things local sports, we'll talk, games coming up, game recaps that we've been at. We'll have interviews on all those. We'll have breaking news, broken records, LOI signings elsewhere, coaches moving on, retiring, coaches coming in and being hired. We'll have all that and more on our pages and our social media pages as well. So be sure to stay up to date on those. Don't forget, every Friday we're giving away tickets to St. Paul's Saints home games. So be sure to tune in this Friday to any morning show, whether it's 100.9 WCMP or 95.5 FM. I'll be covering the morning show for Rock and Riley. We'll give away Saints tickets. We'll give you a keyword to text in. You'll text in for your chance to win those Saints tickets. Again, it's a home game that we send you to until the playoffs start. So during the regular season, we're sending you to St. Paul Saints home games every Friday. Text in for your chance to win. In the final here in this one, the Knights get the victory 9-0 over the St. Francis Silverbacks to end their 4-game losing skid. Cale Haugen, the player of the game, 3 for 3 and 2 home runs to add on to it. Ben Sickler pitched 7 innings, allowed 2 hits, and grabbed 8 strikeouts. The next 2 innings were covered by Bryce Erickson, who grabbed 3 strikeouts as well. I want to thank all of you for tuning in again. Thanks to the fine sponsors. And again, be sure to tune in next week when the Hinckley Knights have 5 more games to end the regular season. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.
When it